Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon and I'm like a new signing for Arsenal. Today we're going to do a reaction video to the bench cam for the Chelsea game. So it happened to, last weekend. We're coming up on the next weekend. I was away on vacation, so it took me a little bit to get to this video, but I haven't watched yet. I was able to watch the game on vacation. I was actually down in Disney and I watched it because it was such an early game. It worked out perfectly. So got a decent amount of views on my last reaction for the Liverpool bench cam, so I'm going to do this one when we're in our, past this Saturday. We're obviously in the World Cup time, so I'm probably going to be doing things like I'm going to be watching the Hail End documentaries because I haven't watched those, so I'm going to do reactions to those as well because that's something I haven't seen before. So we'll kind of go through maybe some of the things we missed from the Arsenal YouTube channel, and we'll take a look at those and do some reactions around. If there's anything you would like me to do, please let me know in the comments, and I will try to do that for you. But so right now, let's get this kicked off. If you haven't checked out, I released, behind me, I did a review of the fleece jacket, and I also did a review of the new Love Unity track jacket on the channel. So if you're looking at buying those, make sure you take a look at the reviews and little tiny nuances about those, each piece of merchandise that you may need to know. All right, let's get into it. Once again, I have not seen this. So this is the bench cam London Derby, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Obviously, we played amazing. This sequence of play, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at Mikel. He's not even watching the game. He's like, they know what they're doing. I know where I'm supposed to be. Oh, this pass. Once again, I heard from almost everyone, whether that's podcasters, whether that's on the television, whether that's post-match analysis, that could have been goal of the season. The play out of the back, the split pass by Saliba to get us out of pressure, and then the cross and almost finished by Gabriel Jesus. Oh, so close. Stuart McFarlane. Getting them shots. Look at him repping the North Face. He's got Sambas on. Respectful start. All right, here we go. I was quite nervous going into this game, but I felt confident. I was, decently confident for how we've been playing. Saka says I've had about enough of this in the game. This should have been a goal. Havertz put his head down and Aubameyang cut back. He didn't see him. Good thing, because Aubameyang was, I mean, every player we used to play with scores against us, don't they? Plus Harry Kane. If Ben White would have had a better touch there and it wouldn't have squeaked out away from him, I think he had stretched for it. Could have made better contact because he makes pretty good contact with the ball normally. I don't want to not like Graham Potter, but I can't stand Chelsea. Oh, and it makes me infuriating. Good out, Ben White. Cucurella. Is that Gabriel? Yeah, of course. Sterling. Little back post. Ben White again. Everywhere. Partey. Granite. We've got Granit Xhaka. We've got Granit Xhaka. So good. So calm. Well done. Love his little shithousery at the end of this game, too. Oh. Thank you. I can't believe he tried to turn on a dime on that and got absolutely, because he had the chance to get absolutely clobbered with his standing foot, which is a little scary. But Ben White. Oh, look at his cheek. Cheeky play. He's such a class act. Oh, I love watching him play. I love some of the Mason Mount stuff that they got into at the beginning of the game. Just tangled legs. Fellow countryman just being him. I love it. We're actually getting calls that we normally don't get calls for in the last couple of games. Oh, Ramsdale. Saliba, right? Already checked over his shoulder before the ball even came to him. He knew that was on. Look at Arteta. Arteta going nuts! You think that one had a little bit of history to it? Oh, I love it. Nobody got in Aubameyang's face, though, did they? Wasn't a lot of heat left over there, which is interesting. Coaching. He slaps his head away. Go get him. Good touch party. This is it. Look at this. Look at this splitting. Oh my goodness, Saliba. Granite. Calm on the front foot. Like a true number 8. This cross. Every Chelsea fan was like, oh. They knew they were getting dominated. Nice. They're getting played off the park. Sit down. That's a good ball, Odegaard. He knew it was on, too. Saka says, all right, I've had enough of this. I'm just going to go ahead and take you out. Arteta, it's livid. And then he looks back and is like, oh, crap. Love it. So close. So close, Jesus. Arteta is in the zone. Apparently, Arteta's son was at this game as well, which in the Arsenal Vision podcast heard a great little. It tells you how confident he is to bring his son to the game. So really great to see. Good job, Saliba. Made up for his mistake. Having Zinchenko back on, it just puts it outside a different level of control. Absolutely love it. Gary. Always coaching. Taking every moment of the game, every stoppage to... Yeah, I think you're going to start seeing a lot more coaches demanding of that. I think that's going to be a thing in the future. Like, Pep's been doing it. Mikel obviously learned it from Pep. Klopp does it a lot, but I think you're going to see a lot of managers taking every moment of the game to change fundamental, especially with 5 subs. I think it's going to be a different parameter because the game can change a lot more. I don't know how that ball got through. Gabriel there, per the usual. He's got, what, 6 or 7 goals from corner kicks? It's insane. Dude's a monster in the box. just bumping him with the crotch. No big deal. Little coaching session in the corner. Rob Holding. Love it. Azpilicueta. Ooh, I didn't see any of this. Little afters. Says Azpilicueta getting a little heated. He always gets heated, though. He's a pretty classy player. He's been a class player for a long time. Ah. He usually roofs them into the net, too. He's had a couple of goals this year like that. I don't know if he's had any on his right foot, though. Maybe he has. Oh, this is such a good play. Coming back through the middle, just beating a couple guys. I mean, just the way he keeps the ball is insane. Oh, Odegaard, just chip. Light on the touch. Just light on the touch. That's an Ozil-esque finish there. We've seen that a couple times from Ozil in the past. A little more calmness there. Tierney coming on. Tucked in shirt. If I was a pro player, I'd have a tucked in shirt every game just like that. Love that. Huge fan of that. It's absolutely pouring. Arteta feels no rain. I love how he's just... Look at Gary up there just getting them going. I love it. Everybody's part of the team, right? Everybody's a part of the success. Everybody's accountable. I love it. I love the way we're going. I love the culture. I love everything about it. Momo. He's keeping everybody on the boat too, right? We talked about that quite a bit before in a couple of the other afters. Like, we're going to need the Reece Nelsons and the things like that. Everybody's got to be in or you're out. Rob's hair not looking so floaty. Martinelli. Reasonable game. A little quiet in the second half, but he's put in a lot of miles lately. All right, there it is. Big win. Big win. Everybody's jacked. I love the afters, too. Arteta, like, literally kissing Ben White. The whole team, like, Keys, get out of here with the whole celebration thing. Like, big games are big games, and every game is tough this year in the Prem. I mean, look at all the drop points from all the major teams. Yeah, I love all these afters. I saw Turner there. I know Turner didn't play in the last game. I mean, look at these. Look at these scenes. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. We don't, we've actually won quite a bit at Chelsea over the last couple of years, but this was dominance. We haven't dominated them like we did this year. It wasn't even close, and I think Chelsea felt that as well. Eddie, Ben White's shirt off, of course. It's got to be off. Dude's too pretty to have a shirt on. Saliba's a unit, man. Saliba is a unit. Zenny. Look at us. Look at us. I'm going to pause there. We're going to close the window capture. So that's it. That's my reaction from the bench cam. Typical, right? Mikel Arteta coaching all the time, being super jacked. Big win, and everybody kind of coming together at the end in front of the crowd. Like, what was interesting, and I'm a big podcast listener. I'm listening to the Arsenal Vision podcast, and the one thing that came out of the game, they said, like, as soon as the game was on, I think it was Tim Stillman, they ran right over to the fans. They couldn't wait to celebrate with the away fans. Like, that's the difference, right? It's not a lap of appreciation because they have to. It's a lap of appreciation because they can't wait to share the moment with the crowd. That connection, we haven't had that in years. Like, it started coming up last year, I would say halfway through the season. I think COVID put everything into perspective for the fans and was like, holy shit, like, this isn't a given. Like, this could go away, and that would be terrible for everyone. So I think there's a real found appreciation for the game, and then that bleeding right into us being successful, doing things the way we should be doing them. The change in culture, the change into approach, the giving everything 100% players, Arteta's genius tactics, things like that. It's a real good feeling right now. So going into the World Cup, obviously Wolves at the weekend. I'll have a post-match reaction to that. During the World Cup, I'll most likely be doing some reactions, like I said, of Arsenal-related videos like the Hail End. I'm going to go through each of those 6 episodes because I haven't seen those yet, so I'll do those. So if you're interested in that and catching my reaction from those, but great game, great playing, great dominance over Chelsea. We will catch you on the next video. Thanks.